We are a group of autistic people, people with a learning disability and family carers. We are here to tell the truth, what really happens. Some of us have been held down. Some of us have been shut away. Some of us have watched the people we love suffer. Most of us have been in mental health hospitals or still are. And this is unacceptable. To stay safe, we have used avatars instead of showing our faces. We have not used our names, but our stories are very much real. Who's this video for? We want as many people as possible to hear our voices: the public, health and care staff, people in charge of hospitals, and the government. We want you to understand what it feels like: the fear, the loneliness, the frustration. How do you feel if this is happening to you or someone you love? More than anything, we want things to change for the better. Autistic people and people with a learning disability deserve respect, and we deserve better support. And trigger warning, this video talks about restraint and restriction. Some parts might be upsetting. Our first point: what is restraint? Restraint happens in many places: care homes, schools, hospitals, supported living, and respite services. We have some examples. First one being physical restraint. This is used to force someone to do something they don't want to do, or to stop someone from doing something they want to do. The staff use their bodies to block, move, and hold people. Second one, mechanical restraint. Staff use things like straps to stop people from being able to move. People might be put on the floor with legs and arms tied together. And chemical restraint. People are given strong medicine to control their behaviour and make them sleepy. This is often done by injection and without asking the person. What are restrictions? Restrictions stop people from living their lives how they want to. Surveillance. Some people are watched all the time with cameras, door alarms, and tracking services. Supervision. Some people are never allowed to have time alone, even when they're using the toilet or getting dressed. Some people may have 2 or more staff watching them all the time. And blanket rules. One rule is made for everyone, even when it doesn't make sense to some people. What is psychological restraint and restriction? Some types of restraint are harder to see, but they still hurt people. Controlling choices is telling someone when they must wake up, go to bed, or leave their home. Second one, manipulation. Always saying something is dangerous or not allowed, even when it isn't. And third thing, taking things away. Staff taking things like phones, glasses, or shoes to stop someone from leaving. And what is seclusion and segregation? Seclusion and segregation mean keeping someone locked away from other people. This can also be called solitary confinement. In mental health hospitals, many autistic people and people with a learning disability are kept alone in small rooms for weeks, months, or even years. Most of these rooms have no windows, natural light, or fresh air, and rooms are often bare, and people are usually not allowed to have basic items or personal belongings. People with a learning disability and autistic people are locked away in these rooms, not knowing when they will be let out. This does not help people get better. This is not care. This is cruel. And you're about to hear our stories, which are real. Our voices have been ignored for far too long. Take a listen now.
Son would come in and say, Mum, I've been held to the floor. I said, you've been held to the floor? What do you mean? So I rang the school up, and the school said, yes, we've been restraining your son. I said, what do you mean? What does that mean? I didn't even have a clue what it meant. Well, we have to hold him and sometimes we have to hold them on the floor. So I was in a real turmoil then.
Restrained, and when you do eventually go into seclusion, you've got so many team around you, you've got people on your arms, people like putting your head down and walking. The ward that they used to move wasn't far, but they used to bring a van in, a steward van. So it was like you would go in a van with some members of staff and they'll keep hold of you like that, and then transfer you into seclusion and slip with the lock the door behind you.
One of the days when I was in restraint for the 12 hours, I broke my arm and they didn't do nothing about it. They kept on my arm, put my legs out. It was painful. And then that night they said don't go to A&E. And next morning doctor came and they said go to the X-ray department. Somebody come back and said you've broken your arm, so it's all stiff in there now because it's got broken with a strain.
I saw it with my own eyes when they all come running in and got him and restrained him and held him down and stuff. It was horrible. It was horrible to see. At the time I was broken, you know, my whole life just changed like a flash and no one was there to sweep me up. And I couldn't even think about my emotions because I was thinking about my son.
But I witnessed other autistic people being put in seclusion rooms. He was definitely restrained, and there'd been some other people, other patients and other staff members stepping in saying about the abuse towards my husband and my son as well. Abusive ways. You know, putting the hands round the back of his neck and marching him out of the room. Taking things off him that he was having nice sensory time with. You're not having that and you stop talking so much. It was absolutely terrible to go through.
It feels scary, like, didn't feel like, it just used to hurt me, like frustration, not knowing if I hurt myself or anything when they grabbed my arms and that. But yeah, it wasn't a nice feeling. So when I was in seclusion, when I used to get wound up, I used to made up for walls and stuff like that. And it was just through frustration. When I was in there, I was only supposed to be in there for a couple of days. I think I was in nearly like 4 weeks.
They should have been able to support my son without taking this medication. It was getting used quite a bit with the restraints, with different things. Instead of supporting him, it was horrible. It was worse than like an animal in the zoo or something. Do you know what I mean? It was horrible.
Final words. There are rules about when and how restraint and restrictions can be used. They are supposed to be a last resort. The safest and kindest option should always come first, but in real life, these rules are broken. Too many people are hurt, too many people suffer, too many people are abused by the system and the people who are supposed to care for them. We are angry, we are tired, and we will not be silent anymore. This must change quickly and change for the better. We need action, not words. We need action, we need justice, we need change.
Girls and women in mental health services are more likely to be restrained face down.
In 2021, people with a learning disability and autistic people in mental health hospitals was restrained at least 100,000 times in a year. This is about once every 12 minutes.
In December 2024, there were 2,050 autistic adults and adults with learning disabilities in inpatient mental health hospitals in England. 70% of those people are autistic. In December 2024, there were 210 autistic children and children with learning disabilities in inpatient units. 98% of those children are autistic.
The average length of staying in mental health inpatient units for people with a learning disability and autistic people is 5 years.